All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Antonicus Aurelius Motivates, my channel here. And, happy Sunday to y'all, man. May 4th. I don't normally do a video on Sunday. Usually I take it kind of easy and laid back on Sundays, but I had a sore ankle earlier in the week, and so I took a day off during the week, so it's no days off when I'm in the middle of what I'm doing right now, really because I'm trying to reach for my fitness goals and everything like that. So if I take a day off because my ankle was sore or something, then I got to get it back in, man. That's just me. That's how I feel. But, you know, um, that's just, I guess, like a psychological thing. Also because the weather is nice today and it didn't rain too heavy this morning. It was some rain in the forecast, but it wasn't no rain this morning, and it must have rained last night, because when I woke up this morning there was rain on the ground and there was rain on my car windshield and stuff. So I figured, why not just go ahead while the weather's nice and it done cooled off a little bit, come on and go ahead and get it in. So for those of y'all who know me, you already know, if you've been here, I do a little topic of the day, and I do an introduction before I get started with my video, you know, about myself, a little bit about myself, and about what I do here, what I'm using this platform for, and why I'm doing this. Basically, this channel here that I'm working right now, it's all positive, motivational, uplifting, and encouraging for other people who's still in the struggle, man. You know what I mean? Like right now, I realize there's a lot of people in the struggle, man, in their life, man, financially, um, spiritually, physically. We all face difficulties, man. Me, personally, I survived an assassination attempt. Me and my mom, we both survived a drive-by shooting at my house, and I still haven't gotten justice for the people who did that to us. And so that has really affected me psychologically in a bad way, because the police ain't doing nothing here. And yeah, so I guess maybe I'll never know who did it. And I know the people who did it think that they got away with it, but they did not get away with it. You know what I mean? And they pretty much tried to destroy my entire life here, my business, my landscaping business, everything. They're still trying to destroy me now. They pretty much threw all my music away, all my work away that I did for my Christ Money ministry, but I put that all into God's hands, man. I realized who I was. I came back to my calling and stuff like that, and that's what I'm doing here, man. But I'm gonna stop wasting time talking about all that right now. But that's pretty much the reason why I'm here and why I'm doing all this, man. I'm turning everything that happened to me into something positive, just to let people know, man, never give up, man. Like, I'm still not giving up. I'm still waiting on justice, man. I have not forgotten what happened. It was terrifying. And then the next day we had to turn around and go through a storm, Hurricane Helene, and tornado warnings was going off on our phones all night long. So the whole thing was traumatic, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so they put bullet holes all through the walls, all through my mama's ceiling in her bedroom, all in her walls in her bedroom. Had her screaming bloody murder, had me dive bombing in the hallway. I had my audio Bible playing, I was getting my clothes off the top of my dryer when it all happened that night, after I had came home from work, what I was doing. Anyway, that was September 26, 2024. And this is May 2025, May the 4th. So we're going on 8 months this month when it comes back around. So anyway, if y'all are here, you see my video, please pray for me for justice, man, for that people be found out who did that to us. And also, anyway, I do a topic every day, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off of that right now. and get back into the topic. I know I said before previously I wasn't really going to talk about that a lot, but I have to every time, because that's part of the reason why I'm doing this here now, because, you know, it's like a testimony. So anyway, I survived that. You know what I mean? I survived that. I lived through that, man. And I realized that, hey, every day I'm alive is a blessing, man. That made me realize it even further. You know, when somebody shoots a machine gun at your house and you survive that, then you realize every day is even more of a blessing, you know, when you're still breathing. So anyway, but the topic of the day, man, was they thought you was going to be the joke in their little party, and the knee slap and the chest grab and all that. They thought that that's what you was going to be indefinitely. You know, that's what these people thought. That's what they thought about you. But God, you know, he's making them turn into that same thing that they wanted you to be all the time. He's making them turn into the joke now. That's what God is doing for you, to your enemies, turning them into the joke. That's what God is doing to your enemies. They're going to become the joke now. You know, and yeah, so let's go ahead and get into this, man. I'm going to go ahead and get out and do my little walk and talk. Then I'll tell you how I feel about it, and then we go from there. And I already spent a lot of time talking here early on the video, so the video might be a little bit longer than usual, okay? But whatever, man. I just had to get all that information out of me. I just had to, you know, when I feel like I got to talk, man, I just got to talk. So I'm not editing nothing out of the video. We just going to get into the topic now. Let's go, man. Let's do this, man. All right. And so as I was saying before, they thought that you was going to be the little joke in their little party, the little all the time. They didn't know you had something else coming. They didn't know, really, God had something else coming for you. They didn't know that, though. They thought that you was always going to be the one who they was going to be making look like the clown at the party. But they was always the clowns. They was the real clowns. You was surrounded by clowns. Now you're not. And now you're moving forward. And that's what you were supposed to do all along. But you had to come to the realization of that. Excuse the traffic. We're about to get through here real quick. Stop for a minute. People is letting me through. Okay, so I'm going on through. But anyway, like I was saying, now that we made it through that little area, that's always the first area in the video. If y'all know, if you watch my video, you got to get through the area where the traffic is first before we can really get to talking and stuff like that. But anyway, man. So, you know, little did these people know that you was gonna rise above them all. They never saw it coming. It was the thing that they never saw or anticipated to happen. And now you're silencing them and they're looking dumb, and the joke is on them. The joke is on them. Because you know, these people, they waste their time and their life, man. That's what they are. They're time wasters. And they was wasting your time. They was draining your energy. You was putting all your time and energy into people that was never going to help you to succeed, people who were not successful, people who were miserable people, who are always going to be that way, and who have chose that type of lifestyle. But you chose the lifestyle that you knew was going to benefit you, not only physically, but was going to benefit you with success, was going to benefit you with happiness, was going to benefit you with peace of mind, And I mean, really, come on, people, you know, what is more important than that? I mean, really, I mean, you in your life, and let's just forget about money in your life. You know, like, you can have all the money in the world, but still be a miserable person. You know, really, the biggest riches in life is your peace of mind and your happiness. You know, I mean, if you got that, then you don't really need material things. But if you got loved ones, family ones who are real ones, that's also a blessing, man. And that's what life is really about. You know, you come to the realization later on in life that, you know, fake people are never going to bring you happiness or peace of mind. Fake people are always going to be those people who laugh at you because that's what they are, is fake. You know, and they're really losers laughing at winners. That's all they are, man. You know, but yeah, so, you know, pretty much that's the message for the day, man, is that, you know, these people, they didn't see what God was going to bring you into. They didn't know what God was going to bring you in. Or maybe they did have a kind of an understanding of it, but, and that's probably the reason why they was like they I mean, that's the reason why they were the way they were towards you, thinking you was a joke all the time, because really in the back of their mind, they know that they're the joke. And if they didn't know, that, well, they know now. You know, so now you laugh at them and keep laughing and keep winning every day, man. Keep reaching for your goals. You know, I'm going for this goal for May 30th. You know, I done did the weigh-in on May 1st, and so I'm shooting for 215 by May 13th on my weight, you know. And but that's just, you know, I guess maybe I really shouldn't talk about that, but I'm going to, because, you know, that's part of my channel. You know, when we get there, that's what I'm reaching for. If I get close to that, good. If not, if I get that, then hey, I'm gonna celebrate. You know, some way, somehow. But you know, I'm shooting for that, you know. So if I get there to that, then great. If not, if whatever I get, I'll be thankful for. I'm always grateful, man. Gratitude, attitude for everything, every achievement, even the small ones. Even if I don't lose but 5 pounds this month, hey, that's 5 pounds lighter. I'm doing good. You know what I mean? But it's gonna take dedication and discipline, you know. So anyway, man, you know, y'all keep doing your thing, man. Keep doing your thing. I'm doing mine. You know, just stay dedicated. Show up for yourself every day, man. Believe in yourself. You can do it. You got this. Till the next one. Peace.